Hey guys, I hope you're well. My name's Thomas Blakemore. I teach travel and sometimes triumph, and this, I'm excited to say, is actually going to be a travel video. I haven't made a travel video in a long time, but this week has been absolutely fantastic. It's the end of the half term right now, but I wanted to talk to you about what I got up to during the half term. So during the half term, I went to Egypt, and that's something I've always wanted to do. It's been one of the top things on my bucket list, seeing the pyramids, going to all the different Egyptian places, things like that. So I wanted to talk through what I got up to. If you're new to my channel, I usually make a range of teaching, but also traveling videos. So if that sounds something that you enjoy, then feel free to subscribe down in the corner or click into my channel to see more videos. The Egypt holiday started very early, 6 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning to be specific. We got to the airport very early, took an early flight to go all the way to Cairo. However, when we started to get to Cairo, we actually noticed we were going around and around in circles, and we actually ended up landing in Luxor, which is about an hour flight away. We had to wait in Luxor and then eventually managed to fly over to Cairo, but we were delayed by about 3 hours. See, that doesn't sound bad, but we actually had a tour booked for 9 o'clock that morning, which would have been fine. However, we didn't actually get to our hotel until 12 o'clock. Now, the problem with that is that we weren't sure whether the tour guide was actually going to be there, because after trying to contact the tour company, said that we weren't going to be able to carry on with the tour because they would leave or something along those lines. Thankfully, the tour guide was absolutely amazing, and honestly, he was hilarious, but also very intelligent. On the first day, he greeted us, and I think he said something along the lines of, "Oh, you're too late." And we were like, oh no. And we started apologising, but then he was like, "Oh, I'm just joking." And that was basically the way that the tour went throughout the 2 days that we were in Cairo. So during that first day, we went to the Cairo Museum, and that was fascinating. We got to see a range of different things, including Tutankhamun's mask and a range of different Egyptian antiques, if you like. But I feel like it's unfair to call them antiques because they were 4,000 years old, just so old, and it was amazing to see all of the history in one place. The tour guide was very, very knowledgeable, and it was amazing to see all the different bits and pieces. The next place that we went to was actually up into the hills, and we went to a mosque on the top of the hills, and that was amazing to see too. We had a little bit of a conversation about Muhammad Ali and how the mosque was built, and it was a very good day. By the end of the day, we were absolutely shattered. Early flights, lots of walking around, so we were just really appreciative for the fact that we could just sit from our hotel and see the most amazing sight. We were actually facing the Giza pyramids from our hotel, so it was amazing to see that. We watched the light show in the evening, however, I wasn't too keen on the light show, but hey ho. The second day was really just as exciting, and we went to the Giza pyramids. This is our second day in Cairo. Cairo is an absolutely crazy place, but this is our first day to actually get to see and go to the pyramids. Last night we saw some of the pyramids a little bit, but today is going to be an absolutely amazing day and something I'm definitely excited for. Look, what a view. So made it to the Giza pyramids, one of the last remaining ancient wonders of the world. It is phenomenal, absolutely amazing. Just the size of it is absolutely huge. Now, as I said at the start of the video, it's one of my top things on my bucket list. It was amazing to see the scale and the size of the Giza pyramids and just to be able to walk around. We also then did a bit of a camel ride. So it's not every day you can say you've been on a camel around the pyramids, so that's pretty cool. How are you getting on, Claire? During that camel ride, we saw all of the pyramids together, and it was amazing to see just that landscape. That landscape was incredible. After that, we went down to some of the different pyramids. A lot of people, when they think of Egypt, just think of those main pyramids within Giza. However, there are lots of different pyramids within Egypt. So this is known as the bent pyramid. As you can see, it's pretty bent, and the reason for that is because as they were building this, they decided to change the angles because otherwise they thought it would become too high and eventually collapse. So there's a range of different angles that this was built in, and you can see them demonstrated above, which is why it's got that weird shape, but it's pretty cool to see in person. We also got to go inside the pyramid, although it was slightly underwhelming. You go. So going down into the pyramids now. So this is the little way to go down. Oh my God, yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, for the amount of effort that you have to put in to get in here, it's kind of underwhelming, but at least I can say I've been in a pyramid, so that's a win. Look at the size. It's pretty cool, I'll give you that. And after that we went down to a range of different other museums, such as Memphis, and we also got to see some of the step pyramids. So these are the step pyramids here in Saqqara, and these are actually some of the oldest pyramids within Egypt. They are really, really cool. They're from one of the earlier dynasties, and as you can see, it's very different to the pyramids of Giza. On the third day, we took an early flight again. This time we went to Luxor. Arrived in Luxor and just checked into the Iberotel, and it has a beautiful view of the River Nile. I'm really excited to check out Luxor because there's a range of really good historical things around. The taxi driver was amazing and told us all the different bits and pieces that there are to see in Luxor, so I'm excited to go and see those now. From there, that day, we went to Karnak. That place is absolutely magnificent. Karnak, Luxor Temple, between them, the beauty is unparalleled. And I definitely would say that was one of the highlights of my trip, personally. I can't lie, this place is absolutely amazing. Genuinely just blowing me away. Like all the different hieroglyphics and all the different pictures on all of the walls, the size of the column, the size of the place. It's actually blown me away.
It's big.
So what do you think of Luxor?
It's big.
Anything else?
It's hot.
Thanks.
And old.
Yeah.
And lots of pictures. Oh wow, actually, genuinely, look at the colour in there. Sorry, genuinely, look at the colour.
Oh yeah, I actually like the roof.
Joking aside.
And that is the segment with Claire. Thanks, Claire.
Wait, I've got facts.
Go on then.
So this is in Egypt, and this is where some Egyptian kings lived, were buried. And we're on the east bank, which means the side of life. So yeah.
There we go, facts with Claire. On the fourth day, our contact in Luxor that we met at the airport then organised a driver for the day. The driver allowed us to go to the west bank. There's two different banks to Luxor. You have the east bank, which is considered the life bank. Then you have the west bank that is considered the bank of death, if you like. So we went to go and see Valley of the Kings. The Valley of the Kings is where many of the pharaohs who have been discovered were buried, if you like, and mummified, those sorts of things. So we went to go and see some of the different tombs, and that was amazing to see all of the different, not so much architecture, but lots of the hieroglyphics on the walls, all of the paintings, all of the different things and tombs they were buried with. It was an amazing little experience just to be able to go inside those different tombs. We also got a chance to go to some of the different monasteries and a few other bits and pieces. At the end of that day, it was fantastic just to relax, so we took advantage of the beautiful pool that was in the Iberotel. At the end of the day, we went to Banana Island. Now, Claire and I, when we go travelling, we always have these funny little highlights. It's those things that you probably end up remembering the most. It's those experiences that you want to be amazing, but aren't so much. We organised a felucca, I've probably said that wrong, and the felucca is one that's meant to go down to Banana Island. We went down to Banana Island, and it wasn't an island in the slightest. It was basically like someone's back garden that they turned into a tourist thing. We went on a walk down some banana trees and got to see some monkeys in a cage and two crocodiles in a cage too. Thinking about it, I probably didn't really need to film anything. It was quite a sad experience and I wouldn't recommend it, but it was still one of those things that was just a bit like... At the end of the fourth day, we got to see the sunset over the River Nile. The hotel's location really allowed a fantastic little experience just seeing the sunset. At the end of the final day in Luxor, we were ready to call it a wrap for all of the things Egyptian. Yeah, that's a pun. Anyway, the last couple of days was spent in Sharm el Sheikh. Now, Sharm el Sheikh is one that I'm going to start to talk about in a different video because I think it's important to talk about that in a different way. But I really enjoyed my time in Sharm el Sheikh too, all inclusive, it was fantastic. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and all of the different things that I got up to during my little itinerary that I've just shown you. If you have, feel free to like the video, it's always appreciated. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Down in the corner, I make a range of teaching and traveling videos that you can see within my channel. I hope I see you in the next one, guys, but for now, I'm out.